Checking the chickens. Think we're here. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Checking chickens. All right, let's get in here and start finishing up all the blades. What's up, everyone? My name is Brent, and welcome to Wicked Minis. How's everyone doing on this Sunday? We're gonna be working on blades. Blades, blades, blades. Tons and tons of blades. Yeah, need a little bit more water. And my wet pellet. Okay. Working on her and trying to get her all situated. Almost feel like I should. We'll work on that too. What's up, everyone? Welcome, welcome. All right, let's start laying out some colors so we can start working on the blades because they look a little choppy. A little choppy. So we're gonna need some Caspian blue. Really don't need a whole lot. We're now only just doing some blades here, and then we're gonna fall back on some of the non-metallic metal to get the spear looking a little bit more than what it is. Caspian blue. Let's see here. This is bearing blue. A little Arctic blue. Arctic blue there. And then we're going to be doing a little Nakar right here. It's just kind of like a gray. It's going to give us kind of more of our bright spots there. All right. I'm going to do some mixing of colors, but close. Super close to being done with models here. And then we can start working on actually like the base that I'm planning on working on the base and stuff, so it's going to be pretty nice. Pretty nice. Just mixing my colors together so I have something to go with here. And then I got to water them down. So we're going to start doing glazing. Just 2.5. Let's clean up my brush. The thing is that I'm gonna have to carry over that brightness on that spear. On this side, it looks good on the bottom, but the top part's a little too dull there. We're gonna probably have to brighten that up. Probably have to brighten up this back part too. It looks good on this side, but it doesn't look so good on there. So there's a couple things we need to fix up. First off, we're gonna be working on blades, 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 blades. Almost. Okay. Start going into a glaze. That means I'm just watering down the paint till it's practically transparent. Just kind of rinse and repeating. I'm trying to get myself all situated, guys. Just give me a second. And we'll show you what I'm doing. All right, let's drop down to a small brush. Let's just go to a little 0. Let me sketch these things out a little bit better on the spear here. All right, we're gonna go with my bright color. So we're gonna see here, I'm gonna hit bright spots here. Another one in the back here. Almost kind of like you're making checkers. This has a little flat part in the blade, so we're gonna brighten up that area.
What time it is? It's magic time.
Demon Angel, what's up? How's it going? Space Nifty, how's it going? Got doing some sketching work here. Next set. Stick my arm right into it. Let's see, where am I? Okay, now we're gonna go in the dark. Darken this up. Okay, so we have that relatively sketched out. It almost kind of somewhat blends together. Now we're gonna sit here and start working on our glazes. I'm gonna go with the bright color first. And the glaze is that the layer is so thin, all I'm doing is just a little bit of pigment in the medium that's mixed into that paint. And what I'm trying to do is I'm fuzzing out those hard lines that you guys see. Going into the next shade of color. Yep, same thing here. Going kind of like a 50-50 on it, but taking up the whole square that I'm planning on doing here. Something like that. And then now we're going to go into the darker mid-tone here. Same thing, just trying to consume about that line. You want to go about like 50 on both sides, but I go all the way down to what I was consuming all the way down to the bottom there. Okay. Then back into the dark. Like that. So now we're going to start slowly making that transition. Back to the beginning again. Super bright. Bright mid-tone. Okay. Dark mid-tone. And then of course the dark. Go back into that dark mid-tone again. I'm gonna go into that bright mid-tone. And then we're just gonna go to that bright color that we have. Like so. Yeah, now we're working on the blades. More non-metallic metal on the blades. Blades is not gold. Oh, something different, you know. Okay. Now, just kind of rinse and repeat until we kind of wash out, fuzz out the lines a little bit here. Going into that bright mid-tone. Oh, I got a hair. Dark mid-tone. And then our solid dark here. Okay, so now the only main part that we're gonna have there is just that little fuzz line between. How's it going? How's it going? Dark mid-tone. And then back into that dark spot. You can kind of see how they're kind of fuzzing apart. Trying to get rid of those harsh lines in there. I'm just trying to fuzz them out of. Just slowly fuzzing them out. Okay, well, we're gonna need, whatever I do with my satin black, almost the same thing that we do with the gold. I gotta give the shadows in there. And then we do the bright highlights. That out. Oh, you're working on the Mauler Fiend? Oh, that's fun. I'm super excited for tonight. Like I'm really excited. I'm super excited. Super excited. It'll be my very first time doing that, so I'm like really excited. Yeah, I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. All of a sudden, it's magically becoming what it needs to become right now. It's not bad. I don't mind the blue like woo color. super excited about D&D. Yeah, first ever for me. I'm gonna say how many years have gone by and I've never even done it before, ever. Like, I did a little bit, like, messing around, like, that's like a few years ago when I got, like, the wife and the son together, and we were trying out of the little, like, you know, the starting essential ones. But for some reason, I feel like I'm missing something out of this process. So that's why I'm like, I couldn't be I don't like mind being like a DM. I just don't know exactly like everything that entails. So this will be a great learning experience all the way around. So really excited about it. Nice and pretty. See if I can make this a little bit brighter. And there's one cool blade. And then we just do it again on the backside. Same old, same old, same old, same old. And Tavon will be a little excited too, because I've been working on stuff. So I got the Sallies built. I got them primed. You can see all the blue stick tack because I can actually pull these. I can pull these capes off. So they're all set up, so I can actually remove these things if I need to, which I'm gonna have to. Like, the capes are gonna have to come off. There's no way I can reach inside those capes. So I have them where they're not together at all. Saying hi, watching the Agatha Christie mystery miniseries on Britbox. Nice. All right, Turgeon. I appreciate the sub. 53 months. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. And then going in and following with a lurk. Absolutely. Always appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, so I got your Sally characters ready to go. So these dudes are ready to roll. And I'm slowly working on putting together Fulgrim. So far so good, but man, dude, that thing has a million seam lines. Like, it has some, like, they're not like solid tail pieces, like they're like hollow ones, so you're like putting them together and they have like all these like horrible cross parts that I'm trying to get rid of, so they're not, it hasn't been pleasant so far, and I'm just on the tail. The big snake, the snake thing going upwards. And I'm like slowly putting those together, but it's just taking some time because I got to get those seams. Like, those days got to be seamless because it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. It's a cool model, but it seems like there's just too many pieces for the snake parts. So I'm working on that, slowly getting that together. I finished up like all the Scorpec destroyers. Yeah, finished up all the Scorpec destroyers, and then the tomb blades are all done. They're all varnished. I'll be putting those on eBay tomorrow. I might be able to put them on tonight, but tomorrow for sure. And then I only got four more units, like two 3-man units of Necron stuff to do. I got like a 3-man unit of those Obsidians or whatever they're called, destroyers. They're like the snake dudes with the blades. And then I got the ones that look like scorpions. And then that's a unit. And then I got the two heavy destroyers that I want to get done. And then that'll be another 4 units. Then I guess I got to work on the much larger units. I got the canoptic reanimators. I got like 2 of those. And then I got 2 of the ones that shoot the cannon. Doomsday. No, it's not Doomsday Arc. It's I can't remember. Doomstalker, thank you. Yeah, so then I got 2 Doomstalkers I need to do and get those guys done. And then Command Barge. I think those will be the next. Oh, and then the big spider dude. That'll be the next batch of ones. And then all I have is just nothing but HQs. So as this Royal Wardens, Psychophages, or no, not Psychophages, but Plasmancers, Technomancers, Overlord. All those ones. What all those silly ones are. Yeah, I got tons of them. Yeah, get those guys all done. Plus the Chrome Dragon. And then get all those dudes all put in place. And then I'm done with Necrons. Like all Necrons. Like all the Necrons will be all completed after I'm done with that. So it's not bad, not bad. What's up, Chaotic? How you doing? Then it'll be like, okay, the next project. Next project probably be Dark Angels. Probably getting all the Raven Wing stuff done. It's gonna be kind of the goal plan there. It's not very many of them. It's just like the Raven. I gotta get like all the like Black Knight, Raven Wing Black Knights done. I think I got like 2 sets of those dudes. Got the Talons that are the Raven Wing Talon stuff. Get those things painted up and done. And then it's just like whatever Terminator dudes that they are. Get all of those guys done and put on eBay as well. But that's after those Necrons. Necrons was like that was a huge amount of Necrons. I was done doing Chaos factions. Those are all just ones that are going to get done and put up on eBay. Those are going to be just eBayers. Nothing that I'm going to keep personally. Then it'll be Custodes. I think I'll sit there and start hammering out Custodes and get those guys gone. And then that big long, it'll take me a while to get those AdMechs done. Those AdMechs are no joke. And then, yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of some of these things that have been in boxes for days. I'm like, let's clear out this giant mess that I got. Man, I think I'm gonna rearrange my shelvings. We'll rearrange how I put stuff on the shelves. We'll start taking things down, making sure if I actually do need them or don't need them. So I like to make sure I get like all my kill team stuff up high, because I'm not gonna get to kill team for some time, and then try to get all the other stuff down below, so it's easier for me to have access to. Get those. Probably get rid of the Emperor's Children box will be gone. Space Wolf box, probably the Tau box. Probably get rid of these things. I need to go through all my boxes, see what I need, don't need, keeps or no keeps. Get rid of some stuff. Then it'll be trying to just work on those big old freaking plastic tubs that I got. I got like these big old huge plastic tubs of miniatures. Because I still got way too many orcs. Way too many Tyranids. Like, I still got just too many of them as well. Okay, let's get back into it again. I just had to make another glazed bunch here. Get the blade going, looking pretty solid, and then we'll work on the sword next. Those two look relatively good. It's mostly just kind of working on the dark mid-tone and just the dark. See about getting these things kind of somewhat. Then I was like looking up, yeah, so this model will be done in time. I believe this model will be done in time. I will try to take the best pictures that I could possibly take of this thing, and then I will put it into the Squigmar open painting competition. I can actually take pictures of this and actually put it in one. I was trying to think if there's like anything else I can literally throw in this thing, but other things would need some extra work on for me to actually throw it in there. So My thing is like which one would I want to put it in? I don't know if I want to put it in like this thing in a standard or the Masters, but I'm almost thinking of just putting it in the Masters. Get some crazy harsh criticism on my stuff, but it kind of needs it. I kind of need it. What's up, series? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? How are things? How are things? One more thing, and then I can go fix my music. Right. Blade is almost there. Like this blade looks really good on this side. We're almost there. Almost there. Almost. All right. Okay, we're close. Very, very close. Give it a minute and see where we're at. See if we actually got these lines to fuzz out good enough. And we'll edge it out. Do a little touch of shadowing work. We'll do the shadow work right now since we're kind of a ways from what we're working on. Botch that a bit. Left side of repulsors. Glass gear I have plates. Okay. Getting that repulsor finished up. The repulsor has grav plates. Gotcha. Super close. Super close. super, super close. Super, super close. Just takes billions of layers, but we're almost there. Yep. Close, close, close. All right, let's give that a minute to dry, and then we can probably edge it out and see what it looks like. Starts turning out like that, we'll be doing good. I feel like it still needs some extra layers there. I can kind of still see the harsh lines. We still haven't fuzzed them completely, but they are still kind of wet, so. Let's give it a good minute. A good minute. This stuff just needs to dry. Almost there. I know I keep saying it, but it's working. I need to fix this gold though. This gold's driving me nuts. Okay, I'm gonna go into that Nakar. That's the brightest white that I'm using. All right, I'm gonna start edging this. I just need to try to get a nice line up here so I can actually do a cool, nice pull through here. Come on, paint. You need to come off the brush. I'm not 100% straight. Fighting with this. Everything has to be a fight. That should be a little bit better. Yeah, much better. Okay, looks like I need a little bit right there. Just a wee bit there. I like that. That looks much better. All right. Now, gotta work on these blades. I think we need to etch out stuff. Let's start sketching, etching, sketching. I think we want to go. Just go ahead and take up a good section of it. Well, I'm going to sketch out this other one here on the back. Oh, now I'm going to sketch out the bright mid-tone. Well, switch my paper out here. I got a big old chunk of crap on it. Stop, and then we'll get into the dark. Something of that sort. Making it slightly complicated with 4 different colors instead of just like 3. Like 3 will give you like what you want. Let's go into the bright mid-tone again. Too much water on it. Okay, hold on 1 second. I need to go take a leak real quick. All right. Let's get back into doing some blades. So like that's like dry. Probably could do a little bit more fuzzy. But that one turned out like perfect. Now we just need to kind of, still need a little bit more love on this thing. What's up, Rosie? How you doing? Doing a practice game with Necrons. Try and rage curse onslaught. You don't like it? Okay. That's drying. Start doing this. Massive amount of layers. This actually goes by a little quicker, actually. I feel like it goes by a little quicker than the gold that we were working on, that I've been working on. Oh, bright mid-tone. Yeah, you don't like the cursed onslaught. You don't like the new detachment for Blood Angels. Almost there. I'm actually kind of digging this. It is the thing that I like about Scale 75 more so than anything else. There we go. Stellar Mass Jack coming in with that raid. I appreciate it. How's it going? Welcome, Raiders. Clean this up before my brush turns into a mess here. Rinse brushes, have a good stream. I appreciate it, dude, and I appreciate the raid. You have a good one. Welcome, welcome, Raiders. You're almost done with the grav plates. Nice. Nice. It's nice. Cedrix, what is up? How's it going? A lot better. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now. Doesn't hurt nearly as much. Little sensitive around the belly button a bit. Nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. It's getting so much better now. Dang. He's getting busy. The Hobby Collab coming in with that raid. I appreciate it. Welcome, Raiders. How's everyone doing today? I'm gonna get this freaking stinking blade. Ooh, that one's dang close. Dang close. See what happens when it's fully dry, though. See when it's fully dry. Hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hello. How's it going? How was your stream? What were you up to? Let's see here. There we go. Welcome, welcome. Halrian. How's everyone doing? How was your stream? What were you up to? What were you working on? I've been sitting here putting billions of layers of non-metallic nonsense on this miniature. And I can tell you I'm slightly over it already. I can tell you I don't want to do a whole army like this. I wouldn't want to do a whole army like this. Still trying to get this blade to come out right. This blade is still trying to pose me some difficulties that I'm trying to get squared away. Too much moisture. Hobby Collab, appreciate the follow as well. Thank you, thank you. Collab is painting up a whole Lumineth army with non-metallic metal. It's very painful, yeah, I bet. Non-metallic metal trim can be extremely painful as well. Yes. Trim's a little tricky too. It's not like doing full panels or whatever. So, like doing full panels is one. Thing, but doing like trim pieces like on like Chaos and stuff like that, I've done tons of that, and they can be a little tricky too. This thing watered down enough. Yeah, I'm a little done with this, but I have to fix this. I gotta get the blades done, and then we will work a little bit more on the gold, and then technically pretty much done with this model. Then we'll be working on the base. And then we'll be finally done with this, and then be going into doing. I was gonna start getting back into the Night Haunt stuff for the Age of Sigmar, but now I got some commissions that arrived, and I built them, and we're gonna be working on them. So I'll be working on those after I'm done with this. I think I got it faded. Finally. Fuzz and lines. Yeah. Fuzz that enough. Alright, blade looking good. Now let's get into this blade right down here. Let's start back what we normally do. The brightest of the highlight. These are all glaze coats. Very, very, very watered down paint. I think I could have made this a little easier by doing like three different shades, but we're doing 4 different shades. Just kind of pushing the limits here. Like how many layers can I put on top of each other? much moisture. You'll know when you have too much moisture when it sits there and kind of beads up on your piece. Now we're going to go into the dark mid-tone. Oh my goodness, why is my paint drying so fast? Too thick. Pull moisture off the brush. We're going to go into that dark. Oop, I don't even have any dark left. I have to mix some more here in a second. Up. Put that there. Man, did you guys see on Warcom the new Kill Team box with the Night Lord Raptors and the sisters? That looks like a great box. That looks like a great box. Greatness. I mean, that thing's like solid. It's so cool looking. So cool looking. I was like, oh, this is such a cool box. Just going back into just doing the layers again. Almost got it fuzzed. It's just the integration of the dark midtones and then the dark, just to make sure that we can get these things to fuzz in with each other. Just blurring the lines, just blurring the lines. Going into the dark. All right, let's see if this will actually trick our eyes. Now we're gonna go into edge highlights. And of course, I'm like doing like the easy side. We still gotta do the back side of this sword. Edge blade, this other edge. Two edges, it's looking pretty good. Okay, now get in here. I need a little bit more moisture in here. This paint's getting super thick on me. Come on. Time where the paint don't want to work for me. Thank you. It's close. You into the old GW? What is that? Lead minis? The old pewter, the old pewters. Yeah, I got tons of them. I've been in the hobby for like years, like 20 plus years. So I have like a massive amount of like old Warhammer Fantasy miniatures. I do have some old GW 40K miniatures. I do have some old old stuff. Nothing painted. Well, I do have some that are painted. There, I got a couple. I painted them like 20 plus years ago, but yeah, here's old Karn the Betrayer. And he's all pewter. I did that one when I was like 12 or something like that. When I was just a kid. Here's like Abaddon the Betrayer. I do have his arm. His arm fell off, but this is old Abaddon the Betrayer. And he's all metal too. Shoot, I even got like old juggernauts here. This whole thing is pewter. It's a giant old paperweight. I painted him like a bazillion years ago. Look, even his leg fell off right there. The lovely life of pewter models. The lovely life of pewter models. You can put friggin' 5 pounds of glue and still can't glue them in there. Come on. There's nothing want to work for me. Where's my... Yeah, but yeah, these guys are super old. Got super old stuff. get a new tip on this thing. Still won't come out of there. What's wrong with my glue bottles? Oh, that's probably why. That is probably why. That is probably why. Big old fat chunks of crap all in my glue bottles. Nothing unusual. Typical. Still don't want to come out. My goodness. What is wrong with what's wrong with my stuff? Everything don't want to work. Yes. Keeps doing this to me. Ancient. Ugh, it's all stringy. Glue's no good no more. I don't do a whole lot of gluing with. There we go. Yeah, but like old model. 1980s. I think I got a couple. Actually, my Warhammer Fantasy with my Warriors of Chaos. With the Chaos Warriors and stuff like that. Or back when it was Warhammer Fantasy, it was Slaves to Darkness, but I have some old ones. Like I got, do I have anything that's super old? Yeah. Here you go, I got some like ancient old blood letters. Got like old Havocs. I have stuff that's like 1989. I got some like Wizards and stuff like that. Like old, not Wizards, but like Psychic Priests and stuff like that are like from 1989. But that's just how they were always printed back then. But yeah, loads and loads of them. Whenever I get into the old world stuff, we will now show all my ancient old stuff. But I have some old stuff. I don't have all old stuff, but I do have some pretty old stuff. Some of them. Let's get these blades working properly here. Too much moisture. Moisture, man. Almost got these things to fuzz out. Close, and then I just gotta do the back side, and then we'll have to redo all the gold on the spear. Like when I was working on it on Friday, I was definitely losing my grip on it. I was sitting there, I didn't have like the real motivation Friday of wanting to do any more non-metallic metal gold. See what happens when that dries. I already can tell right here, I can see it right there. We're gonna have to fuzz that better. Already can see it. Too much moisture again. There's a slight one right there. Again, same color. It's that bright mid-tone. Back over onto this side. Still see it. Let's keep fuzzing. Fuzzing until that line kind of somewhat blurs out there. Go into this dark mid-tone. There. Actually, this side actually looks good. I don't think I have to worry about that one. Let's see here. There's pretty good fuzz there. There's a pretty good fuzz of the lines. Still gotta give it a minute to dry though. Like the paint's drying faster on my palette than it's actually drying on my miniature. While I was doing that, change out my gum. Well, yeah, bunch of old minis. I like it. I like actually all the minis that are now getting like refreshed. I mean, a lot of these minis are super old. I'm glad that a lot of them got updated. Just like in the reveals. Like the reveals, like getting all the custodies from freaking resin to plastic. I thought that was like awesome. Heron Blackheart for Corsairs into plastic instead of resin. But if he's getting something that cool with all those other good, like with all the other dudes that are with him, kind of makes me feel like maybe they'll bring back like some of these like smaller, you know, smaller captain heroes, you know. Maybe we'll get like a Gabriel Seth for Blood Angels. That'd be kind of cool if they bring him back. Removing custodies from 40K? I don't know. And I'm like, I don't think they'll remove them from 40K. I think that'll be like one of the armies that you can play 30K and 40K with. Kind of like how you can do with the Imperial Knights and stuff. Yeah, like they work both now. But yeah, who knows? Shoot, it's GW, man. It wouldn't surprise me if they did do that. They'd be like, okay, since we made it all in plastic, it's only going to be for 40K now. Yeah, they like never leave Terra, right? They're always there. They're always there mopping the floors of the Royal Palace. Those custodies. No, the new miniatures are awesome. Because let alone that you have like your regular, but I think those were all ones. I don't think they made actually one new set of custodies except for the new leader. And then like all those the tanky things. And then the new Condemptor dreadnoughts or whatever they are. Those things are nice. They're nice. In 2 boxes if the tanks have both weapons. Yeah, see, like that's the thing, like about the tanks. Like I thought one of the tanks is bigger than the other tank. So the one that like transport custodies, and then the other one that's just like a battle tank. They're cool. Like it's cool. Well, the best thing about it is pulling it out of resin means that they're not like a freaking fortune because the resin's so expensive. Well, the grab tank's not the large one, yeah, because it's like the large one. I don't know if the large one was always one that the custodies had, or that's a new model. It was a big, large transporter, and then you got the grab tanks, and the 2 styles that you can do with those. I like that they finally like updated the Venom for the Eldar for vehicles, so now it's kind of making me feel like maybe there'd be some updates coming in 11th edition for old vehicles, rhinos. Already they showed the new Whirlwind for 40K, so that already showed right there that they're probably going to be updating the Whirlwind, like the old Whirlwind, probably the old Predator, Rhino, and whatever the bigger tank is. I have 2 of them, and now I can't remember what the heck they're called now. Has like the las cannons on the side. Yeah, Vindicator, yeah, that'd be a good one. And then the bigger one, the transporter one. Well, Razorback and the Rhino are both kind of the same thing. Same with the Predator. So like if they get all 3 of those updated for 40K, that'd be kind of nice. And then whatever the Land Raider, that's what I'm thinking of. And like an updated Land Raider would be nice. Yeah, Razorback is kind of a hit and miss. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of added the Razorback with the Rhino. They don't need updates. They need to be updated, man. They're old. Well, Rhinos are old, man. They updated all the other ones for Horus Heresy. They can update these ones. Actually, no, the ones in Horus Heresy, the Rhinos are like the old school ones. Well, what happens if they make like the Rhinos? I don't know. I think they're always going to keep Rhinos around. I know the firstborns are kind of dead. I know, I got the tacky impulsors. Maybe they will cut out the Rhinos and then make everybody go to impulsors. I still don't know if they'll actually make that full transition yet, but maybe so. Maybe 11th edition they might let them go. Who knows? And then it makes all my stuff ancient old now. There'll be even more stuff that I'll be losing. You know what? Screw it. I just take my Rhinos, make them with little bobsleds on them, like they'll have the grav tank things, and then put them on the little floaty base, and just claim them as impulsors. That's what I would do. Like literally take the Rhino, and then I would just cut that back end off of them, And then because the whole inside's all done anyway, so you just cut that part there where like the hatch is and stuff. So just cut the whole hatch and everything out in the back, and then bam, you got an impulsor. Just have them float. It'd be the biggest kit bash ever. I'm like, you know, I'll just take these rhinos and make them into impulsors. And I'm not allowed to keep them. No, this thing fuzzed out really good. I like it. Okay, so that blade looks good. Now we gotta do the bottom. Okay, so since we did the top, with the inside part gonna be bright, we're gonna have to do outside part gonna be bright. All right, let's start sketching. Let's sketch stuff. Okay. Actually, let's make that a little bit smoother. There we go. And then we're going to do the inside of this one. Just like so. Keep feeling like I hit the tops of these ones. Okay, we're still good. Yeah, the pulsars, repulsors, gladiators. But how about like the Land Raider? You think they'll still keep the Land Raider for 40K? They better. Maybe they just make a floaty Land Raider. Call it like the Land Fortress or something. Or then they just come out with a whole bunch of new different kind of vehicles or something like that for Space Bros. There's got to be some form of a gotcha moment, you know? I still feel like rhinos will still be around. Maybe the rhinos will be able to be used for chaos, because you won't be having like, maybe they'll just change it to where the rhinos are just like chaos, and then Space Bros will have the impulsor repulsor kind of deal. Exactly, it's GW, but it's not like the Chaos Space Bros have like impulsors and stuff like that. So I think that the rhinos and what have you will still be sticking around. I think maybe just the transition will be that, like, you know, the Imperial Space Bros won't be using rhinos anymore, and they will be stuck with impulsors and whatnot. And then the Chaos guys will be able to still use the rhinos and what have you. Guys, that's like the one difference between like Space Bros and Chaos is that they're still like, the Chaos Space Bros are still using like all the old stuff, while regular Space Bros have like new updated weaponry and stuff. Because I got all these rhinos, I got these World Eater rhinos, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh man, dude, they get rid of rhinos, I'd be so upset. But I just don't think that it'll happen towards them. Then on top of it, if you look at like the Death Guard Combat Patrol box that they released, has that rhino in it. So I just don't think like Maybe the transition will be rhinos not being in the regular Space Bros. Just the heretic ones. What's up, Dragoon? How you doing? Been lurking since the start. Always appreciate that. Always. Alright, so now we got these things sketched out on the bottom of the blade. Now we gotta just do all the wonderful fuzzing of glaze coats. Glaze coats, glaze coats, glaze coats. Next week, RTT. Nice. Very nice. And then you're going to be running orcs, right? Whoa, but he's arguably the best player in our community. Gotcha. You only beat him. Hey, you've only ever beat him once. That's definitely a tough opponent, but then also it's good to have tough opponents. Make you better. Make you more better. Ooh, shaky. What is this nonsense that I am dealing with right at this moment? Like I'm dealing with shakiness. I'm dealing with shakiness. I normally never have shaky hands. Yeah, I'm gonna get your stuff done for D&D. D&D. Get these blades all done. Yeah, because I'm cutting the stream short. So we're going to be just doing a 3-hour stream. So I'll be done by 3 my time. That gives me time so I can make dinner for me and the boy. And have it all ready. So then we can get into all sessions. Dark mid-tone. Ugh. We're just gonna glaze it right here off the main jump here. I don't have to sketch anything in, so. Fuzz and lines, baby, fuzz and lines. For some reason, it's like working really good right now. How? I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes it just goes like really good sometimes. All right, let's give that a minute to dry. Wife's making beef bourguignon, huh? Beef bourguignon. Bourguignon. I always do it wrong anyways. Wife always yells at me every time I do it. Beef bourguignon. Bourguignon. Good stuff, good stuff. I like every time we have to make it, I always have to cut down on the onion intake because it takes like a lot of onions for that, and I'm just like, nah, cut back on the onions. Onions can be like a stomach wrecker, so it's always really good wine-based beef stew with lots of onions in it, but we cut down on the onions. Actually, I replaced majority of the onions with shallots, and they're super good. It is good. It is good. Gosh, now I want to make that stuff, but I don't have time for it. Build the grab plates, engines, and covers for the engine. Looks like I barely touched this model. I know. Doesn't it take forever on some of these things? Like, there's some things that just snap together like super quick, and then there's some things that just like drag for days. Vehicles can be one of them. I think that the Horus Heresy figures are even worse. I still can't get over that the Saturnine guys. It ain't like there's nothing in comparison on how annoying those things are. All right, while I'm waiting for this stuff to somewhat dry, I gotta go take a leak again. Got a little bit too much caffeine intake. So yeah, so I got a new I think they're called mandolins, where you can kind of like you slice vegetables on, right? And they give you like little slices. You can adjust the slices or whatever you're gonna do. So I got a brand new one today, right? And then I'm sitting there like messing around, like pulling the thing out, like the little blade cover, and I popped that thing, and I was like, oh, it looks pretty good. And I'm like, just barely touched it with my thumb, right? I don't know if you guys can actually, there's no way you're gonna see that. See that freaking line right in my thumb right here? Like, right there. That's just touching it. I didn't like slice it. I just like literally like I went thunk like that, and it literally freaking like sliced like just the top layer. I wasn't bleeding or anything, but just enough where it was like whoop, and I was like, oh wow. Sucker is sharp. Sharp. I love it. I love it because I needed a new man. I broke the other one. It was all made out of plastic and stuff, and I was like, and then the plastic legs just like exploded off of it. And I always needed a new one, so I was able to get another one. Make things nice, especially when you're making sandwiches, you know, and you're always cutting onions and stuff, and you can just sit there and make like those like super thin cut onions. I like really like super thin cut onions. I don't like thick onions. I like sliced, like super thin, like almost see-through onions. And the reason for that is because I got so many onions that, you know, I got a bunch of onion bulb starters that I'm gonna be planting in my garden. So I'll be growing like a couple dozen onions in the garden. I'm gonna be starting those in like March, and start planting them and get some big old huge red ones. And then I'm gonna slice all those suckers and make freaking pickled pink onions. So good, so good, so good. Then you can make some brats, a sauerkraut, and freaking pickled pink onions. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be growing like a dozen onions and a couple dozen freaking shallots. I'm a big shallot fan. I love shallots. Shallots are my favorite. Most of the time I replace all my onion intakes with shallots. Was it tied till last turn into 91.69? Ooh. Where am I? Let's check what I'm doing. I had terraform on 2, so good for each turn for that was good for sure, yeah. Fuzz and lines, fuzz and lines. Almost. Almost got all my silly blades done. One more dark. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's do it here. Almost got these things, almost. You can see the harsh lines. We're gonna have to sit here and work with the midtones to sit here and fuzz those midtones out. The dark looks good. The bright looks good. Now we just need to fuzz the 2 lines there. And then it should turn out like the top part here. And then the blades over here. Blade there, looks good. We can actually probably fuzz just a touch more there too. Why don't we? Go into this bright tone. What color was I using? Shoot. Okay, that looks a little better. Oh, looks good. We still got to keep correcting this mess down here. Almost. Oh, just the painstaking layers. I can't rush it. I'm so close to being done with this silly model. It's driving me bananas. It's happening. It's happening. That was my bad. I did it. I said it. I said it. Oops. I did it again, didn't I? Ooh, here we go. I think we're making progress now. Still gotta wait. I'm gonna go in the bright color real quick. Finally working on the top of the tank. Nice. Heavy bolters or las cannons? I'm always just a big fan of las cannons. Cause like heavy bolters gives you like, what, 1 or 2 shots? I mean, granted, las cannon gives you like 1 shot, but it just has such detrimental damage. It's like heavy bolters have like what, 2? Only like 1 AP, 1 damage. I had 6, so I had 6 shots. Yeah, 1 AP. Oh, it has 2 damage on them. Okay, okay. Depends on if you're going to be utilizing that for getting rid of infantry or utilizing it to get rid of something heavy. Like, well, most of your army is probably more prone for infantry, right? So maybe you want something that gives you a little heavy hitting against something that's heavier, like tanks or whatnot. Yeah, so you already have enough infantry stuff. So yeah, I'd go las cannons. Yeah, I'd do las cannons just so you can hit like other tanks or whatever. Because the las cannon has like strength 12, 14, somewhere around there. Oh no, I screwed up. Put it on the wrong side here. Almost forgot what I was working on. Now it's back into the struggle fest here, guys. I'm trying, but for some reason it doesn't want to. The glazing lines are just not fuzzing. I don't know if I'm not glazing it down enough. I don't think I am. Alright, Threzoic and Strat Disembark and Flame. Yeah. So, yeah, you got plenty of anti-infantry. I'd put las cannons on that sucker. Strength 12, AP3, D6 plus 1, yeah. So that could sit there and punch a hole in something when you're trying to do something. Punch a hole in something heavy. Main guns is 2 attacks. Strength 10, AP3, D6 plus 1. That's nice. Lasses are nice to have. Las cannons of any kind are nice. Almost got it fuzzed, guys. Almost got it fuzzed. Stupid close. Needs to be fuzzed with this dark mid-tone. Is the kind of make it break it kind of deal here. almost fuzzed. Not as excited about getting Necrons done. That'll be like one box gone of goodies. Get those gone. And a bag of Dark Angels and a box of Custodes and then a big box of Adeptus Mechanicus. I'm always up in the air about doing Adeptus Mechanicus. I feel like that thing's gonna take me like 100 years. I got like Rangers for days. Those big old robots. Dune crawlers or whatever they're called. The toaster tank. Come on, you stupid lines. I need you to freaking fuzz out of there. They're still a little too harsh. Trying to fuzz them. It just doesn't want to fuzz. Just like a billion layers and still don't want to fuzz. Just like fighting with me. Top works so good. Top works so good. Bottom being a pain in my butt right now. Well, let's give it a minute. Let's start edging some stuff. Let's see if we can edge things. Let's edge some stuff. It'll work. Now I'm gonna get the paint to somewhat work with me. there, line in it. Okay, now we can see about, well, now it's not too bad now after I get the lines all divided. Now it's like looking normal. So you're fighting with this fuzzing out. Right. Hooray! All right, guys. Now we got some blades working here. Okay. How much time I got? Got enough to sit here and start finagling with this spear. The only thing that doesn't look right is the spear. This side looks good. This side needs to be relatively matching as well. Like, technical form is correct on like how the shade goes. We just need to take up more of it, if that makes sense. So, we're going to start dropping colors. Gotta be brown. The whole usual thing that we were working on. Okay. And then I start using up all these reds. I need to start working on more of the Tyranids, and I still got like 2 Tyranids I need to paint up. And get them going, get them going. White sands. Okay, so we need just to make this carry over, and then I think that would fix the problem. So we are gonna go this yellow, bright yellow mixture. This being like a real bright yellow. And then we're actually going to just carry this over. So we made this all like super bright, but we need to carry it over here too. Not make a mess out of that. Yeah, much better. sit there and hit a little bit of this darker yellow. Yep, that looks better already. Fix the issue. Alright, yeah, that fixes the issue. Oh, way too much moisture. Alright. Running out of music. Been one of these days. Getting smashed over on this. Music always stopping on me. Okay. Alright, now we just gotta do the little gems on the sword and the spear, and then we should be pretty good, because I think that actually looks pretty good. You missed 3 graph plates? Yeah, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. I don't like this one as much. Alright, let's change some things up a little bit. I think I might have to change this. This doesn't look right. Those look good, but that doesn't look right. We're probably gonna have to do a different kind of non-metallic metal on that. Okay, so I need to fix this issue here. Everything else looks alright, but I think we need to do something about how I'm going to tackle this on. Like, the blades look great being that blue steel looking color. I can get away with that. But that one, not so much. So we're going to need some more darker of gray colors to acquire the color that we want. So I think the best solution here would be oh god. So why don't we go a coal black. Let's see if we can actually accomplish this a little bit better. Graphite. Oh, ow. Gluing my fingers together here. with me. There we go. Arctic blue. And this white. Okay. Finally, no more plates. Finally, no more plates. Pretty good. Make some new colors. Okay, let's see if we can actually fix this issue with this piece down here because I don't like it. So let's fix this and go something. Come. Now, I was hoping to be done with all this stuff, but it doesn't seem like it wants to work with me that way. So we gotta go back into this because it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right, you know? Go a little bit brighter of gray. Even brighter gray. Okay. So now changing the color up like this would make things a little look okay. feel like I'm tackling that on properly either. Ugh, what a pain. I wish I could just take this thing off. Does she really even need this thing? Like, the worst part is I hate this thing. I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen if I remove it. Like, I absolutely hate this thing now. Oh, that's like 1,000 times better. What was I thinking? I don't even want this thing. I just don't know exactly how to do the non-metallic metal on this thing. Well, I guess something I'll probably have to work on a little later, but this one here, we can probably fix the issues at hand. It's covered in glue. Scrape anything off. It's gonna be a lot easier to deal with once this thing is gone. Yeah. Okay. No more of that stupid weapon. I was sitting there fighting with that stupid weapon. I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do. Now I can... Screw it. I can freaking fix the rest of this without too much of a concern. Like, I'll have to sit there and like kind of work on that piece that goes on her side there, but that freaking weapon there is just unbelievably hard to do a non-metallic metal unless I actually make it all wood, which that could probably work in that way too. Okay. This one actually has to be black. Right up here. And we gotta fix the yellow issue here. Alright. And then we're gonna need some dark umber. Maybe dark golden brown. Maybe we have to do dark golden brown actually. Dark golden brown. We're gonna need leather. Some army painter, trying to use all this stuff up. Oop, too much like usual. And we're gonna need some golden brown as well. Army painted leather, all these colors. Take a little bit of this golden brown, mix it in with this one. Pull a little bit of this out. Almost. Take a little bit of that mahogany. We're just gonna wash it like crazy. Leather. Okay. Looks more freeing for me. There we go. I'm getting plagued by that stupid weapon piece. We're gonna have to work on that on a different thing. But at least enough to get this thing going. Still not fixing this problem. I'm sitting here fighting with this thing about why is it being such a pain in the butt. I'm trying to do these listings on eBay and I don't know, the AI likes picking on me so much. I had it on here and then it's such a pain. Why a pain? I just don't know. They always keep saying that I'm breaking policy, but I'm not really breaking any policy. It's just eBay being a bunch of bastards. Bunch of bastards. wonder what happened. It's just weird that I can't say that I painted these things on Twitch and YouTube. Let's see if it'll do it this time. I'm like, it clearly doesn't, but it likes being a butthead all the time. It's like you're posting things that are saying that you're selling outside of eBay, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Gets to the point now where I'm probably gonna have to start sending them a message and stuff. I'm like, it's not clearly not saying to go buy from outside here, so you guys are gonna have to start correcting this problem and then refund some of my money back because you guys are a bunch of a-holes. See what happens there. All right, let's go take a look at some whips, huh? Let's take some whips. Some whips. Some whips. Only got a few minutes anyway. Few minutes. All right. Yep, instructions of piles of poop. There you go, looks good. Heck yeah. Yep, that looks good. And then this is the molar fiend. Yep. And you're gonna have the tentacle whips that are on it. Sweet. Now, I have a couple of these molar fiends that I actually have in pieces that I'm planning on magnetizing, where you could actually have it a molar fiend or a forge fiend. There's not quite that many pieces that you have to magnetize to change the two, but it might be a big pain in the butt, might not do it at all. Emperor's children only get Mauler fiends. Okay, all right. Mauler fiends it is. Mauler fiends it is. What a pain in the butt. Sorry, I was off camera. Yeah, relatively look good. I think she looks pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Then it's working on the base to get her all kind of... Oh, nope, we forgot a couple jewels. Jewels? Some jewels? We need some jewels. I don't know if I got time. I only got like a couple minutes. Maybe we can make this roll. They're really tiny jewels. I don't need a whole lot of anything. We'll make them jade, just because I like jade. I like jade a lot. And I only need like just smidgens of this stuff, because the jewels are super small. They're actually on the spear and on the sword, so they're like right here. Perfect. There's another issue I got at hand here. Jewels. Mess. Making even a bigger mess, guys. Stop it. I'm like spreading it worse. Goodness grief. Don't touch her hair, please. Goodness grief, Brent. What are you doing?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
We're all done for today. Then we just need to make a little microscopic white dot. All right, guys. I think I'm done with all that. Stupid jewels. Okay, they're little itty bitty things. All righty, guys. That was good. We got the things that we wanted to get done. That was a nice, short, pleasant stream. We got all the blades all done, which they look good. There's smooth transitions in all those. Those things look great. The metal looks good. And I just took off that one piece there. I'll have to work on seeing how the heck do you do those crossbow things, non-metallic metal. Like, it would take me a little bit of time of messing around with that. So we'll see how it goes. Yep, I'll see you guys in a bit. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I really do appreciate that. The raids, the follows, the subs over on Twitch. I appreciate everybody watching me over there on YouTube as well. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to do that Destiny grind all the way up to 1,000. Side quests into 500, which we're getting, we broke the halfway mark, so I think we're doing really well there. So make sure you guys like and sub. And for more content, I'm trying to do other things for YouTube, but right now I'm just dual live streaming because I think that's like all the time I really have until I can get some extra time to actually start making some better, cooler videos for YouTube. But that will come down later down the road. Shout out to the sponsors above. You can use those commands in chat, or you can go over to my Discord, Discord. The sponsor affiliate links are all there in my Discord channel. So if you missed one of my streams and you need the links and stuff, you can get over there on my Discord because that's always available, so you guys can go and hang out there. I do have my eBay store. That's what I was messing around with like the last 20 minutes, is trying to get one of my listings going on there because eBay thinks that I am soliciting on their website, and I'm not. I'm trying to sell my miniatures on there. So pretty much everything I paint on here, I sell over on my eBay, !eBay, or you can go to the eBay store in eBay for Wicked Minis and check those out. This is another way you can support the stream by purchasing my minis. So I do appreciate it if you guys do. So thank you guys so much. And also just go and hang over on my socials, socials. I'm on Instagram and what have you. Here, if this model is done and we get this thing up and I get really good pictures of it, I think I might put it in the Squigmar Open online competition. I think this thing will probably do, I'm hoping it would do well, but we'll see where we're going to put it. I don't know if I would put it in the standard or the masters, but I'm kind of almost thinking just doing masters, just do it, you know. But other than that, yeah, we'll get a little bit further down the road on that. And after this one's all done, we'll be working on some commissions here soon. But other than that, guys, thank you. I appreciate you coming, hanging. Let me go and refresh myself and see who is out and about and around and whatever we doing today. Let's see here. Let's see here. Do I have any more? Let's see. I'm going to go and run over to... What? Rainer's on. Rainer? Rainer. I haven't seen him in a long time. Rainer is on. So let's go and raid over to Rainer and see what he's up to. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me. Let's go over and start a raid over to Rainer. Other than that, guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya!